Forecast. I'm Joseph, the host of the UFC Forecast, alongside the co-host Loaf, and we're back for the full card, early predictions, and betting breakdown for UFC Vegas 75 going down at the Apex. And the headlines: Marvin Vettori, Jared Cannonier. We got 14 fights, 3 more than last week, and this card is full of fun fights from top to bottom. A lot of high confidence picks this week as well. 3 locks for both of us. So stay tuned. Make sure to smash that like button, suplex the subscribe button if you're new, and join that Discord. We're going to give away $500 once we hit 500 subscribers. So let's pour a drink, get a cold one. We're going to go over the quick recap from UFC 289 Vancouver in Canada. And we're pretty proud of our Canadians, Loaf. We went undefeated, all the Canadians. So that's super impressive.
That is. Did not think that was going to happen.
Yeah, and we had a profitable week. I'm up 100 units on my bet. 1 unit for us is $10.
Fuck week, man.
So I won $1,000. Like I said, 1 unit's only $10. I won 100 units, $1,000.
Fucking rights.
So let's pull up that parlay, the Platinum Hammer parlay. Charles Oliveira, which Lowe's going to be doing a shoey here in a minute. And then Mike Malott got the finish. And I had Charles finish on this one. And Barrio and Nunes just to win, 100 down on that. I was super confident.
Easy, yeah.
And that was super easy money. Charles got that done in round 1.
Yeah.
So let's pull up Loafs Shoey.
And the other, that's Charles would be like the only one where, like, you know, it's at like even a bit of a risk. The other 3 were guaranteed on that parlay. I mean, Amanda Nunes pretty well obviously guaranteed. And then you had Mike Malott by finish, I believe, on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, yeah, I mean, like, those are...
Yeah.
Couldn't get much better for that week, honestly, for those kind of props.
So let's pull up that Shoey, Loaf.
All right, well, time for a shoey. Beneil Dariush got knocked the fuck out big time. I did not think that was going to happen, so...
Spit in it.
No, I'm not doing your thing. That's great, man.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking shoe for work.
Yeah. Love to see it. Fucking love to see it.
The tag, look, goes over the fucking sides.
Yeah.
You had Beneil for the KO.
Yeah, I did, and that was... I thought Beneil had a good chin, man. But I mean, Oliveira, obviously, he did knock out Michael Chandler and stuff.
Yeah.
His hands are definitely getting better nowadays. So, but yeah, wow, I did not expect that round 1. For hell sure, I did not expect the round 1.
And he was my underdog of the week, so both my underdogs cash. I had Eamon Zahabi as well. Both of them got the round 1 KO.
Zahabi 1 minute KO.
Yeah, 1 minute KO.
That was nice.
Lock of the week. I'm 4 in a row. Marc-Andre Barrio got it done by a decision.
Jasmine Judicious was a great $3 underdog. I mean,
yeah, so I switched my pick on the final prediction show to Jasmine and Dan Iggy.
Good call.
Good call on both of those.
Nate Landwehr, I had my dog. Terrible.
Yeah, your underdog of the week didn't cash, unfortunately. That's 3 in a row. Underdogs aren't cashing.
Wasn't
for you.
able to get his takedowns and stuff. Couldn't find his rhythm.
Yeah,
so.
I thought Dan Iggy was going to get the KO. That's why I had to switch over.
Yeah.
I thought his striking would be too much, and he fought higher level competition, so I really had to switch over on that one.
And then losing one of my locks, Chris Curtis with the no contest.
No contest, headbutt on that one for one of your locks. But the other lock, Mike Malott, that was pretty easy.
Yeah,
First one, not in round 1, though.
Yeah,
First one.
round 2. But he got it done easy.
And you were 4 for 6 on the picks, so looking to rebound big here.
Yeah, I was terrible last week. David Dvorak, I mean, that fight was really close. People will say that it was Dvorak. People will say it's Arceg, but Arceg had the takedowns, but it was really close. And then also Builder and Nelson was extremely close, but the judges given 30-27 for Nelson. I don't know about that. That was 29-28 was the call, I think, on that one.
The Canadian parlay, if we would have put money on that, Canadian parlay would have cashed. All the Canadians won. And our buddy had a $50 bet on all the Canadians for $2,000, and he only had Barrio and Mike Malott to go when he cashed out.
Yeah, that's...
I told him not to. I told him they were our locks. He didn't listen. He cashed out for $550. Took his
I don't know why you would have done that after going through Jasmine.
Yeah, that was a guarantee too.
He goes through a $3 underdog and then another underdog, and then he wants to cash out for favorites.
It's like Jasmine was like $350 at one point, down to $3, and then Kyle Nelson, we didn't even have him winning. So that was an upset for us on the picks. I started the night off losing my first 3 picks, and then the rest were all right, and I was 100% on the main card. So it was a very successful night for us. Hopefully we can do it again here. Like I said, join that Discord. You get early access to the locks, dogs, props of the week, and we're going to have the giveaway bot set up in Discord. Link is in the bio. If you want to join our Patreon and get early and exclusive access to all of our bets, it's only $5 a month. We have the Forecast Forensic and Platinum picks out there. And looking at the Forecast Forensic from last week, Loaf, everything that happened was on the Forecast Forensic, so we were money with it, man.
Yeah.
Delbita for the decision. We had Zahabi KO on there. Nelson decision. Jasmine decision. Nunes decision. Charles for the finish. Mike Malott by finish. Under 2.5. We had Dan Iggy decision on there. Marc-Andre Barrio decision. Everything that happened was on the Forecast Forensic. So that's great value for $5 a month. And then the Platinum picks. I did pretty good on outcomes, which had my method of victory. And then the confidence levels, too, is on the Platinum picks for us, so I'll pull that up. And another thing for the Patreon, we're doing DraftKings as well. I doubled my money last week, so let's pull up those lineups. I had Dan Iggy, Jasmine, Judah Vicious, Mike Malott, Amanda Nunes, Charles Oliveira, and Chris Curtis was taken off this one.
You didn't even tell me about this.
No, I didn't even tell you about this.
Did this get you money too?
Yeah, I doubled up on my DraftKings. I put 40 in. I walked away with 80.
Nice.
So I doubled up on all of them. I had a bunch of...
Landwehr, yeah, fuck it. Dvorak too.
Yeah, and this other one was Dvorak, Jasmine, Landwehr, Malott, Nunes, and Oliveira. So I was loaded up on Jasmine and Oliveira underdogs. Landwehr and Iggy, I had to split them up, you know. I thought one of them was going to get the finish potentially, but they didn't. DraftKings still doubled up, man. Yeah. I love DraftKings.
Yeah, DraftKings is a good. I like it a lot too.
So let's get right into the early predictions for UFC Vegas 75.
14 fights. I like how there's a lot of fights.
Yeah, 3 more than the pay-per-view last week. So let's start off with the prelims, Loaf. You kick it off. I'm going to crack a drink. Let's go.
First up, we got Zach Pauga versus Modestas Bacchus and or Bukauskas or whatever the fuck. But I don't know, man, about this one. Modestas had a good one his last fight, but I mean Zach Pauga, man, I think he'll be grinding on this, man. I think he'll.
Oh, he's a grinder.
Yeah.
He loves that cage control. He's gonna press him up against the fence.
His hands are actually all right as well. I think he'll be able to do okay.
Other than getting knocked out to Muhammad Usman, but Usman had serious power. That was in the Ultimate Fighter finale.
Power, yeah. Modestas, I just don't think we'll be able to get this one done, man. But you never know, but I'm going to go with Zach Pauga for the pick. 230 is great value for Pauga. Yeah,
Modestas used to be in the UFC. He got cut. He's coming back here. Zach Pauga's a pretty new fighter in the UFC. This is only his second fight. He's a former NFL player, and I think he's going to get this done with the control time up against the fence. He has great cage control, and Modestas Bacchus has a 38% striking accuracy, and Zach Pauga has a great striking defense. Yeah. I think he's going to get this one done on the judges' scorecards, low.
For sure. Yeah. Next up, I really like this guy. Did I take him as my underdog of the week?
Yeah, we
Dan Argueta,
added him on.
Dan Argueta versus Ronnie Lawrence.
You're taking 2 underdogs too, so
yeah. Trust me, I really like Ronnie Lawrence. I had him I took him on a lot of bets prior, but Dan Argueta, man, I mean, his volume is crazy. I mean, he has great experience. I can't see him losing this, man. Ronnie Lawrence has not averaged a lot of strikes in his last recent fights.
No.
It's only he's got
very low output.
The only thing Ronnie Lawrence has got is the takedowns, man. Dan Argueta has good takedown defense. I think he'll be able to keep it on the feet. So I gotta go Argueta, man.
Yeah, you mentioned Ronnie. He gets the takedowns. He averages a lot of them, but last time he was taken down 10 times. And Dan could probably take him down, honestly. Yeah. He's going to be high pressure.
Dan's striking's really good, too.
And Dan could get some cage control, get him down, get some control on the mat. This is a tough fight for Ronnie. And like you mentioned, Ronnie, he's low output on the feet.
And Dan Argueta made his debut against Damon Jackson.
Yeah.
Pretty well
really beat him. Went the distance, too, right? And he pretty well beat him. I think this is a winnable fight for Dan Argueta as an underdog. I like the underdog pick. Originally, I was on Ronnie Lawrence, but right now I'm taking Dan.
Yeah. Dan. I think Dan's the play. Next up, we got Tereza Bleda versus Gabriella Fernandes.
The one and only women's fight of the card here.
I like how it's the one and only.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know either of these girls too much. I haven't really watched them.
Tereza Bleda's only 21. She's younger than us.
Yeah, but Tereza Bleda's a huge favorite, so people are obviously seeing something really good in her.
Oh, I see something good in her. She's
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to side with Tereza Bleda, obviously. I'm not going to bet it. I hate betting on women's anytime anymore, unless it's like Natalia Silva, someone crazy good, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm going to go with Tereza Bleda for the pick, though.
And the odds are steamed here for Tereza Bleda. And Gabrielle, her last fight against Jasmine Jasdovicius, she lost a decision. She got controlled a lot in that fight. And Bleda's going to be super hungry for a win here. I think she can possibly get the finish. She has 2 knockouts and 2 submissions. And she has 3 first-round finishes. She's going to have a 5-inch reach advantage. She has an 83% takedown defense. I don't see her losing this fight.
No.
And that's why she's the favorite. She's definitely the pick, but I don't think I'll be putting any money on this one, that's for sure.
No, just enjoy the fight.
Yeah, just enjoy this one. $3 underdog, you know. likely doesn't cash, so
No.
just stay away from this one.
$1.36 isn't much value anyway.
Yeah, don't even bother parlaying with this women's fight. It's the one and only one, so. And next up, we got my first lock of the week out of 3. I'm going Zhalgas Zhumagulov against Felipe Bunes. And Bunes is new to the UFC, but he's training with the Pitbull brothers in Brazil. So he has some pretty good guys to train with,
Definitely,
but he's been fighting some low-level guys, man. I think this is a winnable fight for Zhalgas. Looking at Zhalgas' last 5, he's been robbed by the judges. He has 6 decision losses and only 2 knockout losses, one of those coming to Manuel Kopp. I don't think Felipe can get the finish here. He has 8 subs. If he tries to take it to the mat, Zhalgas' last win was a submission against Jerome Rivera. He possibly could get the submission, but he only has 1. On the feet, I think he could crack the newcomer here in his debut, get the finish, because he does not want to go to the judges' scorecards. He's definitely getting this one done, man. He was 172, now he's 161 just in a night. I think it's going to drop even more. What do you think, Loaf? Is he a lock play for me or what?
Yeah, I mean, he is a lock.
The locks are doing good. I'm 4 in a row.
I'm not going to lie. I was originally thinking Felipe, man, at first. And I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Zhalgas just has UFC experience.
Yeah,
I feel like he's just going to have too much for the kid. So I am going to stick with Zhalgas, I think. Not stick with him, but switch over to him because I can't trust Felipe, a newcomer to the UFC. Zhalgas is good. He just got robbed the last couple times. I think he's getting kind of fucked over. So I'm going to go Zhalgas Zhumagulov to get it done by decision.
Yeah, and Zhumagulov has a big win over Tagir Ulanbekov and Tyson Nam by a decision. Yeah. So if it goes to the judges' scorecards, I still think he gets this one done and doesn't get robbed this time.
I think so. I think he'll get it done this time. He's due for a win. Next up, we got my other lock of the week. We got Dennis Bondar versus Carlos Hernandez. And I like Dennis Bondar a lot here, man. He started off at 195, I think, or 190, dropped down to 180, but he's still a good price. That submission is there, man. Carlos Hernandez has been sub 1 time, 1 decision loss.
Last fight, he was submitted in the very first round.
Exactly. Bondar's got 10 submissions out of those 16 wins, man. I feel like he comes back here after that arm injury to Malcolm Gordon.
That was a fluke. That was a big fluke in the first round.
So. I had Dennis in that fight against Gordon.
He would have won that fight, I think.
Yeah. So I got to go Bondar, man. Bondar's going to bounce back here, submission.
Yeah, he has 100% finish rate, 4 knockouts, 10 submissions. I see him getting this one done. 13 first-round finishes. His last 2 wins were by submission, so I agree with you. The submission's totally live. Carlos coming off that submission loss.
Yeah.
Not too great, and he has a 66% takedown defense. I think Dennis can definitely get the takedowns and get that submission low.
The Ukrainians, man, they're good fighters.
Yeah, they are. And he's a good lock pick, too, at 180.
Yeah.
Good, great value.
Next up, we got my other lock, my last and final lock. We got Cristian Quinonez versus Kyung Kang. And I got Quinonez, man. Yeah. I had him against Taha, and, man, he delivered against Taha.
Did he ever? Round
His
1.
hands are solid, man.
Fuck, man.
And I kind of want to take him to finish at first, but, I mean, Kyung Kang hasn't been finished in 10 years, so it's kind of concerning. I don't want to bet it against that and then go to decision. So I'm just taking Cristian Quinonez at 157 money line to be safe. But if you're asking, I do think he'll get the finish. He's got 13 finishes. I feel
10 by KO.
I feel like Kyung Kang's chin is due here, man.
Yeah. He's getting old, and he's 7-3-1 in the UFC. He has a no contest to Caceres, and Caceres failed the drug test.
And then Bakari's not a great win. Bakari's done to UFC now.
Well, Bakary, he wasn't doing great. Looking at the numbers, Kyung Kang was pretty low output. I think Cristian Quinonez is going to be more output. He's going to be faster. He's going to get the control time, and Mexico's on the rise.
Mexico.
Yeah,
big fighters coming in there now.
Don't fade Mexico. Do not fade this 27-year-old against a 35-year-old from South Korea. Don't overthink it. Lock of the week. It's pretty well a guarantee.
Yeah.
And the knockout is definitely live. And next up, we got Jimmy Flick, former dog of the week, against Alessandro Costa. And Jimmy Flick, man, his chin's questionable. Charles Johnson knocked him out. Charles Johnson's not a finisher by any means. I think Costa could definitely finish this guy. He had a good fight with Emil Albazi last fight. And he was kind of doing pretty good on the feet. He had some power behind those shots. I don't think Jimmy Flick can handle the power in this one. Simply, this is an easy breakdown. In my opinion,
the difference in competition: Jimmy Flick's last fight was Charles Johnson. Alessandro Costa's was Amir Albazi.
Yeah, just based on the last fight,
you got to go Costa, man. Went to round 3 with Albazi. He has good hands. He's shown that he had good hands in that fight against Albazi. So Jimmy Flick, I think his chin's gonna get found. Alejandro Costa probably for the KO TKO.
Yeah, and I was going to make this a lock pick, but 140 is like the bare minimum for lock picks for us. He's 140 right now. I think it could drop even more.
Yeah.
He definitely wins this fight. He's pretty safe to parlay, I'd
say. Yeah, for sure. I like this fight a lot. This is a good matchup.
Yeah,
Raoni Barcelos versus Miles Johns. And Miles Johns, man, this guy just comes in fast. And
I don't like that he's 275 though.
No, I don't like it either.
I think the knockout's live for him, man.
Raoni Barcelos, yeah, he did lose his last one by round 1, but that was to Umar Nurmagomedov. Great competition. Barcelos is good. He's a good kickboxing style, good on the feet. He also
super technical.
He also can get off. He can also get away from the ground pretty quick if someone does take him down.
Yeah.
So I gotta go with Raoni Barcelos to get this done. Probably by a decision. Miles Johns will probably hold up, but Barcelos could find that KO as well.
Yeah, I think Barcelos, he's going to be the better wrestler here. He definitely needs the takedowns and control time in this fight. Miles Johns is fire on the feet, and he's just swinging wild, looking for that KO shot, looping shots. His last 2 wins were by round 3 KO. He's won 3 of his last 5, and Barcelos won 2 of his last 5, but Barcelos, he's fighting pretty high-level competition. Nurmagomedov.
Like Miles Johns' last one was to Vince Morales.
Yeah, Vince Morales, man. Like, just looking at the last competition again, you can tell. And the odds are telling me Barcelos as well, another 140 favorite who's definitely going to get it done. Probably safe to parlay as well. But Miles Johns, if he's going to win this fight,
he needs to swing and bang, catch him.
He's going to swing and bang for sure in this fight because that's the only way he's going to win.
Yeah. Don't forget to smash the like button, suplex the subscribe button. We appreciate that support. Also, join our Patreon, Discord.
Let's get her going. Main card, Loaf.
Main card.
Next up, we got Nicolas Dalby, Muslim Salikhov. I'm going with the favorite, Muslim Salikhov. He's a more dangerous fighter here, more likely to get the finish in this fight. And if this one goes the distance, I think he's going to have more volume with the strikes. He has some spinning attacks as well. And he's going to be better on the ground. He could probably get some takedowns, get some control time. He's definitely going to win this fight.
I feel like Salikhov could possibly even get the KO here. I mean, he's fighting younger guys like Fiallo and all them. Dalby's also 38 years old, and so he's 39, and he's still fighting a lot of younger people. So I gotta go with Salikhov. Easy decision. If not, I think you'll find that KO on Dalby.
Yeah,
Dalby does have a great chin, but I feel like anyone can get knocked out. From a spinning wheel kick, especially.
Yeah, two old guys. Dalby never finished. 4 decision losses. One to Tim Means, the other to Zach Cummins. This is definitely a winnable fight for Muslim Salikhov.
For sure. Yeah.
Another safe one to parlay. And next up, we got my second lock of the week. Mexico's on their eyes once again. Manuel Torres, 157. And he's fighting Nicolas Mata. Comes in there looking for a fight. He has 3 knockout losses, 1 submission loss. He's finishing all of his losses. Manuel Torres, 6 KOs, 6 submission wins. I think he's getting it done, man.
Like I said, people want to double the money this week. Like I said, the Mexican parlay, Torres and Quinonez, man. Those 2 are not losing.
And I was looking into Torres' Instagram. He was in there with Khabib in the gym. And he's in there with Brandon Moreno as well. He's from Mexico. If you go to his Instagram, he's training with some very high-level guys. I think he's going to get the finish against Nicolas Mata here.
He's got 12 finishes. He's got definitely lie for the finish.
Yeah.
3-inch reach. I mean, it's cut and dry. Manuel Torres by finish.
Yeah. Either way, 6 KOs, 6 subs.
Yeah.
Could go either way. Just play it by finish.
Next up, we got Lucas Almeida versus Pat Sabatini. I think this is my other underdog of the week. Lucas Almeida. I like this guy a lot, man. KO'd Michael Trizano. Michael Trizano's really good. Fought Hakeem Dawodu, and he KO'd him in round 3. Pat Sabatini got KO'd by Dame Jackson. You know what I mean? In round 1. Dame Jackson doesn't hit. I think hits less hard than Lucas Almeida for sure. I got to go with Almeida, man. Definitely. He's got a little bit of height, a little bit of reach. Pat Sabatini's due. Chin's due. I think he's going to get clocked again.
Lucas Almeida
but
is the one that he only has that 1 loss to Daniel Zellhuber by a decision. That's kind of sketched me out because Pat Sabatini on the ground, he averages 3 takedowns. He can get the control time in this fight. And this was one I was debating on switching my pick. Like, I still might yet, honestly, but that Damon Jackson knockout is not a good look. Pat Sabatini has 2 first-round knockout losses, and I think Lucas Almeida is going to find the chin in this one.
Lucas got, 10? How many knockouts he got?
He has
9
knockouts, 5 submissions. He's a very powerful striker, man. I think he's going to scramble out of this.
He's got a 100% finisher. I mean, this guy finishes people.
Yeah, man. The hands are going to be too much for Pat Sabatini. Yeah. I think it could be early. 9 first-round finishes for Lucas Almeida. And pretty impressive performance last time against Trizano.
Yeah.
2 knockdowns. He got knocked down once. He ended up getting that TKO win in the 3rd round.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, man.
He is very powerful on the feet.
Yeah.
It's going to be too much for Pat Sabatini. Sabatini is shit on the feet, honestly.
Yeah, he's got to get to the ground or he's fucked.
Yeah, he has to get it to the ground. He has the grappling advantage. That's about it.
Yeah. Next up, we got my 3rd lock of the week. final lock.
Third and final.
Christian Leroy Duncan versus Armin Petrosian. I got Christian Duncan, man. This guy's a killer. 6 KOs out of the 8 KO. Dustin Dorovic last time in round 1.
That was a knee injury.
Oh, yeah, knee injury.
He was still looking pretty good before that knee injury, though.
But man, Duncan, I mean, this guy's a killer. They were really hyped about him.
Former Cage Warriors champion, too.
Yeah, so you got to go, man. Petrosian has 1 knockout loss, too. So I got to go Christian Duncan to find the chin, man.
Yeah, that knockout
He's
loss.
got an 8-inch reach advantage as well.
And that knockout loss was to 8-5 Hassan Yousefi or whatever.
Come on now.
Round 1. That's not a good look at all.
No.
Christian Duncan, who has 6 KO wins, 4 of those in the very first round. Last 2 wins in the first round. He has an 8-inch reach advantage. He's accurate, powerful, former Cage Warriors champ. Fighting pretty good competition, too.
Yeah.
Armin Petrosian, man. He was a pro kickboxer. He has a 51% accuracy. He has a high output, 6 strikes a minute, but he's hittable. He's definitely going to get cracked in this one, probably knocked out.
For sure. Duncan's a technical fighter, dude. He looked really good in that Todorovic fight. Next up, we got Armin Tsukrian versus Joaquin Silva.
Biggest underdog on the card.
For a good reason. I mean, Armin's a beast, man.
Don't overthink this one.
Did he bet Demir last time out? I had Demir. Demir's an absolute animal.
That was silly of you. And we did a shoey bet on that one. You had to do a shoey.
Silly of me, man. Demir was 24-1, man. The guy's a warrior.
Armin's a beast, man.
Yeah, he is a beast.
He only lost to Islam and Gamrot.
That's why I'm taking him now.
Yeah. How can you not? Joaquin Silva, man, 12-4. Who has he fought?
And I'm 100% going Armin for the knockout on Joaquin Silva.
Joaquin Silva was knocked out to Ricky Glenn and Haskell.
Exactly, and Ricky Glenn looked terrible last time out.
Horrible.
Armin's a lot more powerful. You gotta go Armin for KO, easy.
He knocked out Joel Alvarez, too.
Cut and dry again.
Yeah, this is cut and dry.
3.5-inch reach.
I was going to lock in Armin, seeing the 110. I was like, well, there's no way I can make him a lock of the week. But I guarantee you, as he gets that KO, he has serious power. And he has 7 knockouts, 5 submissions. But I'm leaning the knockout very strongly.
Joe Quinn's been knocked out a couple times, too, is he not?
Yo Quinn, he's been knocked out twice. Ricky Glenn and Nazareth Akbaris. So... not a very good look for Joaquin Silva. I can't even believe he took this fucking fight, man.
Yeah, he's going to get fucked.
He's going to get fucking destroyed. And next up, this is the only one that me and Loaf disagree on.
Yes,
As you guys noticed, we have
and it's flip a $1.90.
You can flip a coin, $1.90, but...
Ryan's confident.
You want to do a shoey?
No.
I'm confident, man.
I'm not doing a shoey on J.R. Can.
It's a coin flip. I've said my 2 locks, and this is my 3rd one.
No.
Surprise, surprise, motherfuckers.
I don't give a fuck.
Decision win, Marvin Vettori guaranteed on the house.
Yeah, maybe.
I said Barrio decision last week, Vettori decision this week, 100%. I'll probably put $100 in my winnings on this.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe you're going against this one, though.
I just got it, man. Just even for the sake of the thing, it's the closest one I can. Like, I want to take one different.
Cannonier has a 3-inch reach advantage, and that's about it. Last fight he got.
He shouldn't have won. He only lost to Izzy and Rob Whitaker in the last 5 years.
He should have lost to Sean Strickland. That was a split decision. He got outstruck. Strickland had way more volume. I think Vettori's going to get some control time on top of the more volume. And Vettori's technical, man. He has a chin. He's not getting knocked out. 100% he's not getting knocked out. He's never been knocked out. He has 6 decision losses. 2 of them did.
I'm going to go Jared Kieran and sneak out another greasy split decision.
A fucking highway robbery is what you're calling. Jeez, if you could bet on a highway robbery, I wonder what the odds would be on that.
I would bet on it.
Yeah. Other than the 3-inch reach advantage, man, he knocked out Brunson Hermanson. He has a decision win over Strickland. You know, Vettori has a win over Costa, Holland, and Jack Hermanson. He's a decision dominator. He's getting this one done.
Yep, maybe.
Said and done. 3 locks of the week. And this one's definitely my most confident. Vettori's 10 years younger in this fight. And he's going to be way more technical and have a way better gas tank, man.
Well, now that I didn't even know he was 39.
He's old as fuck.
I thought
he's a fossil. He's ready to retire.
I thought he was like 32, 33, so.
Like, I know he's coming off a win here, but I could see him hanging them up very soon, man.
I mean, that's why he gets gas so easy.
He's getting gas super easy.
I got to go Vettori.
And
I guess it's all the exact same then this week. I can't go now. Fuck. I can't go him. How can I?
How didn't you know he was 30?
I didn't know me. I thought he was 33 or something. I thought he was young.
Fucking, you gotta know your shit, man. That's why I'm on fire right now, because I'm diving deep into the research. I'm making sure I'm giving you guys some very good picks. Last week, 7-3, both underdogs hit. My lock hit. Super confident this week, Loaf.
We gotta hit all 3 with both of us. Six locks.
Yeah, one of us has to hit both 3 locks. That'd be fucking nasty. That would be.
So,
let's give it to them one more time. If they didn't
I
listen.
think these locks are cut and dry, man. Cristian, Leroy, Duncan, Quinonez, and Bondar. I mean, how those three, man, easy.
Yeah, easy money. And I'm going 3 locks as well. And I think these 3 are pretty easy money as well, to be honest with you. First up, we got Zhalgas Zhumagulov, 172. I got him locked in at. He's dropped, and he's dropping even more, so hop on that one. And Manuel Torres, another Mexican on the rise. If you want to do the Mexican parlay, that's money. And both of them, 157. And my final lock, most confident one, Marvin Vettori, 190. I think he's getting it done by a decision. I'm 4 in a row on locks. Could be 7 in a row. Hopefully I will be. Underdogs loaf. I'm coming off a double underdog win here. And this week I'm just going with a single. Zach Pauga starting off the card, 230. Former NFL player. He's going to grind this one out. Get that cage control time. Possibly some takedowns. He has some great striking defense. He's going to look pretty good, I think, as an underdog.
I lost my last 3 dogs, so looking to bounce back with these 2. I think these are 2 really good dogs. We got Lucas Almeida at 240, 14 and 1, 14 finishes. And then after that, we got Dan Argueta, 225, 9 and 1. Dan would have a lot of pressure, I'd say, on the feet.
The dogs are going to be barking this weekend. Yeah. We got 3 dogs, 6 locks. 9 out of 14 fights are locks or dogs of the week. Props of the week are going to be in Discord, so jump in there. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to set up a giveaway bot in Discord. So join Discord, join Patreon if you want exclusive and early access to all of our bets. Really appreciate that support. We'll see you for the final prediction show on Friday. Let's get it.